With a yo-ho-ho, it's TaleOfTheToaster. Good to see you here at Let's Play Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Adventure Mode, the Subspace Emissary, Very Hard, 100% Run, Part 19. In the last video, we lost everything! All the characters were just wiped out, but now... Here we're staring at 3 more trophies, and what is this? They're glowing, and they're coming back to life! Well, that's actually through the power of the Dedede brooch, which Ness just yanked off Luigi's nose. I'll do a bit more explaining about the Dedede brooches when we're actually playing the level, but for now, Ness and Luigi decide to revive King Dedede, who's quite nearby them. And pat of the back, oh, I'm so pleased that you revived me. And then these 3 characters who we've all seen throughout the game, but we haven't actually recruited, even though we've played as Ness, we now get to use, so that's cool. Because obviously Ness was turned into a trophy before we beat the level with him in it. So yes, we're playing Subspace. Either this level or the next would be my second favourite level. I haven't decided on a preference between them, but it's definitely one of them. So this is Subspace. It's a fun level with a gimmick, you could say. That gimmick is these trophies. This one is a trophy of Samus, which is actually one of the most important ones to me. You'll find out why later. But spread across the next 2 levels, there's going to be trophies of every character we've recruited so far. We want to try and find all these trophies within these levels and turn them back, well, you collect them so that you can then re-recruit that character onto your team. So now we'll have Samus back. And that's why I like these next 2 levels, well, this level and the next one, so much, because it just activates my collective sense. I must have all of them. Down here there's also a regular trophy, that was Midna and Wolflink. So I'm going to be doing both of those levels in this episode, so it might end up being a fairly long one, but the levels are related, so I kind of got to do them together. In the earlier days of me playing this game, this was my most important trophy, because I did main Lucas back then. I don't play as Lucas much anymore, but that was definitely an important one. So, it's not actually required to collect these trophies. You can easily play through both of these next levels without collecting any of these trophies, and you can still beat the game without them. I have actually done that once. I've beaten the game without collecting any of those trophies, and then just beating the game with the characters I have to hand. So there's a trophy of Ike over there. That's one of the more easy to miss trophies. There's also a Donkey Kong up here. But speaking of easy to miss trophies, these are probably the most easy to miss trophies in my opinion. I'm saying that because I actually did miss these 2 trophies in my first few playthroughs of the game, and yeah, my control stick got stuck in blue tack. I wasn't able to run out of the way. That Pikachu trophy is pretty hard to get, as well as being easy to miss in the first place. Really, it's not that out of the way, but if I did miss it so many times, then surely it must be one of the harder to find ones. So now we're playing as Dedede. Dedede throughout the game you're supposed to think is on the bad side, but as you can see here, because we are kind of playing as him, he's pretty good. But before I mites and fires, no! Through the door, I'm safe. But yeah, so, Dedede brooches. See, in that trophy, in that scrapped cutscene where Meta Knight had his halberd stolen by the Subspace army, obviously King Dedede was attacking Meta Knight at this time, so he was able to see the power level of the Subspace army, and so he got a full idea of how powerful the Subspace army was, and so he started developing these magical brooches called the Dedede brooches. I mean, what else was he going to call them? They're a brooch with his face on them. Firstly, over here there's one of the hardest trophies to get, one of Mr. Game & Watch. So hard I actually died in the process of getting it there. So I'll get it with Ness instead. That super spicy curry made it a lot harder to beat that bomb block. But anyways, as I was saying, oh, this is also scroll section. Pretty difficult, but It'll work. Get through the door. No, you're gonna get KO'd instead. Alright, whatever works. Both of these doors lead back to the same location, so it doesn't matter which one you use. Yeah, so the Dedede brooches, if a character is turned into a trophy, then after so long, the Dedede brooch will turn that character back into their human form. And so, King Dedede isn't collecting these trophies of characters like Princess Peach and Ness just to be evil. Instead, he's collecting these trophies because he can put the Dedede brooch on them, and then when something terrible happens like this, when Taboo turns everybody into trophies themselves, Dedede can then bring them back and they can save the day, and that's exactly what happened with Ness and Luigi. But anyways, we found Bowser's trophy. That's where it disappeared to. And of course, Bowser, being the evil character, when we do revive him, he's naturally just going to start wailing on us, so we got to fight him. We don't get to use Ness or Luigi, it's got to be Dedede. But it's pretty fun to do it with anyone, so who cares? We get as many lives as we could possibly want, while Bowser only gets one, so it's not a fair fight. Hey Bowser, come over here, Oh, I thought you might have come for me so I could spike you, but no. Spike you. Oh, I've lost all my jumps, I need to land again. No, wrong throw. Let's just go for the chain throw. Yay! Bowser, what are you going to do? Absolutely nothing. Let's just get Bowser to an obscene amount of damage and then we'll just launch him. Oh, we're steadily getting across the way. Alright, no, I was just about to throw him away, but oh well. I managed to defeat that battle without losing a stock, so that's satisfactory. Bowser tumbles to the ground. And now we're going to have a little bit of deja vu. We just revive him again. He does the exact same roar and roars to Dedede's face. Just hit him. He doesn't justify another battle. And I was like, roar! But look, your master, Master Hand, he has failed. And you have failed too. And now we're looking at the stairway to the Neutron. And that's the end of Subspace Part 1. Now we're going to go to a level with the exact same name. Which is, of course... come on. Wow, that took a while. We get all these levels back now, except for levels that took place on the Harbour. Whoa, screen blackout. Yeah, we lose the Battleship Harbour, because obviously that's been destroyed, but we can go back to these. So that's good. Still on path for 100%, it would appear. Let's go back into the other level named Subspace. And we get to use Kirby for this one. Because if you remember an earlier cutscene, which we're about to kind of see again, Kirby saw one of these Dedede brooches on the floor after it fell off Princess Peach. Kirby, off-screen, decided to eat it. And now the Dedede brooch has revived him. So now we get to do this level all with Kirby. And this level... Oh, speaking of Princess Peach, there she is. Did I have anything else to say about King Dedede? Or do I... Yeah, I think I'm done talking about King Dedede, so... Oh, is there anything down there? I better have a look. Doesn't look like it. So yeah, the fact that you use Kirby and no one but Kirby in this level made me think as a kid that Sakurai was pretty self-centered and very fond of his characters. Really, this isn't the case at all, because it's quite the opposite, really. Sakurai was going to put was considering putting a second Kirby character in Super Smash Bros. Melee, but then decided against it because he felt like he'd be over-representing his own series, so that's why Kirby was all on his lonesome, and then he got 2 new characters in Brawl. But as a kid, I generally thought Sakurai was pretty self-centered with his characters, because obviously Meta Knight is the best character in this game, pretty much without question, and the Subspace Emissary was pretty much what hammered it home. I had to do that, really. I mean, King Dedede is one of the most important characters in the story, because obviously he knows about Taboo's evil plan, and so he develops the Dedede brooch, and he's basically the one who saves everyone. Without King Dedede, everyone would be screwed. Oh no! Yeah, so King Dedede is naturally quite important, And then Meta Knight, as well as being a very, very good character, he's in a lot of levels in this game. He teams up with Marth, he teams up with the Ice Climbers, kinda, and then he teams up with Snake and Lucario. So you see a lot of him in this journey. Gonna break both of these bomb blocks. And then of course there's Kirby, who has an even bigger amount of appearances in the Subspace Emissary. You fight P.T. Piranha only with Kirby, nobody else is available for that. And obviously he's in the super overused group of Mario, Pit, Kirby, Link and Yoshi. And also this level where the only character you use is Kirby. So, while Sakurai wasn't like this at all, that's certainly what I thought when I was younger. I'm like, Sakurai, why are you using your characters so much? Give somebody else a chance. But I think differently now, so again, all is K. So we've been collecting all these trophies. We haven't seen that many in this level yet, really. Well, suppose we have. But we get a heart container, and we also get auto-scrolling! Yay! Oh, smiles all around. Because entrance to Subspace wasn't enough, apparently. We get some more auto-scrolling. And some sparks! I'm going to clear out all these sparks! Meteor smash a cloud, because that's possible. And, ooh, I didn't die. And after a nice auto-scrolling segment, I'm just going to use stone as if it that accidentally KO'd them both. Right, so we're chucked from auto-scrolling into an ambush. Because of this ambush, we won't really see... wow, that was pretty well aimed. Any character trophies for a while. Because we're just going to be laden with all of these auto-scrolling sections. If you do miss a trophy during your playthrough of a level, you can obviously go back to that level and they'll still be there. If you have already collected a trophy of a character, then they won't. They'll be gone forever from this level. So the only way to do the whole collect these trophies experience all over again is to play through the game from the start. Get a trophy of Master Robot there, and we go through a door. So where is this going to take us? We have an area with a slide launcher. We get a choice of 2 slide launchers for some reason. Not entirely sure why. And there's a trackball here which gets us the Ice Climbers. So that's fun. More slide launchers brings us over the Auroros. Is there anything down there? Yes, there's an orange cube. Be sure not to miss that. I've got careening Dirigibug or something like that. Oh, Pikmin enemies always have the weirdest of names. Now here we have the most pathetic ambush in the game. That's it. You just hit the trackball and the one Pippin you have to fight just falls to its death, and then the Snake trophy is made available to you. Lots of subspace generators which both produce Vitons, which will in turn produce more Vitons. So there can be a lot of Vitons if you're not careful. We go up here and we have another ambush. This time we got a Gamiga. It's a shame Final Cutter doesn't do more damage, because if it did, that'd be a pretty effective way to take out Gamiga. I can use stone, not very well there. So let's go for the Final Cutter Pro and slice this Gamiga into pieces. I'm being sent to the continue screen. I will meet you when I'm back at that ambush again. Continue. Alright, I'll start commentating from the start. Back to Final Cutter Pro. And, oh, accidental hammer. Hammer is a very good move for taking out enemies if you use it in the air. Because while in melee, mid-air hammer would just be a kind of overhead swing, which was very weak. In Brawl, Kirby will do 2 swings of the hammer, which both do pretty much just as much damage as an individual grounded hammer swing. The hammers don't tend to hit twice on human characters because it's got lots of knockback, but on subspace enemies and bosses you can generally hit with both hammer swings. Now this trophy is important because we never recruited Wario in our journey, but by collecting that trophy we now get him. So that's cool. We get some canted camera here, I think, and there's the Ganondorf trophy, and Bowser's like, "Roar! I'm going to bite you and eat you while being surrounded by numerous colours." Well, the trophy's just invincible. So Bowser walks towards Ganondorf, and King Dedede smothers Kirby because they're the best of friends, as we all know. And then he points and then just drags Kirby along. And that's the end of that cutscene. But if you do revive both Link and Zelda, you also get this cutscene, which you wouldn't otherwise get. Of all people to revive Ganondorf, it's them that decide to do it. And then they use their mega pointing skills to point towards the Great Mace and just casually walk away, and Ganondorf's like, yeah, I'll kill him later. And he decides to follow them. So, Zelda friends! Yay! And they walk towards Giant Neutron, and here's a third cutscene, which you only get if you revive Wario with his trophy. Wario's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill you, except that's kind of Waluigi voice, and then just face drop. And again with the super mega pointing skills, while Wario's pointing skills were more just pointing at the insides of his nose. And then he somehow uses a bike upstairs. That makes sense. But stage clear, we got those trophies and that sticker, and now we've unlocked the final level in the game, the Great Maze. It really is great. I'll just show you what it's like to save again. We get everybody back, yay! So we got 75%. We'll be doing that whole, well, not quite the whole 25%, but we'll be clearing most of that. Well, not in the next episode, because it's going to take several episodes to beat the Great Enemy. Great, bye-bye!